ahead and remove these lug nuts and get the wheel pulled off.
You want to go ahead and use your tool to pop out these clips. They're going to be all over the inside of the fender well liner. So you're going to find one here. Ours is missing one here, but there would be one there. Around the inside of the fender liner. There's one up here. Follow it right around, and there'll be one here, here. There's a whole series around here. And then we're going to go ahead and remove this inner well liner. There we go. Once you get it out so far, you should be able to go ahead and pry the rest out like so. I'm going to do that for the rest of the buttons. Now in our car, we ended up having a 10mm bolt right here. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. If your vehicle just happens to have one of those plastic push clips in there, go ahead and remove it. And then grab the fender liner and just start pulling that down, separating it from behind the lip of the bumper. Once it's out, just set it aside. Using your trim tool, you want to go ahead and remove this plastic button here. Just set that aside. That should release the upper portion of the reservoir tank here. With that pin removed, go ahead and you want to manipulate this plastic tube, twist it, and pull it straight up and out. I want to go ahead and remove this connector from the pump unit itself. On the back side, right where the pick is pointing at, there's just a pressure sensitive tab. You're just going to press that in and wiggle that connector up and off like that. Next, I'm going to go ahead and remove this wire harness from the little loop there. Now we want to go ahead and remove the 3 bolts that are securing this tank. There's one here, one down below, and then there's one on the front side of it. I'm going to leave this upper bolt in just to hold the tank when I remove the other 2. Now the tank is loose. You want to hold it with one hand. And go ahead and remove that last bolt. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and remove the hose from any little clips. It is snaked through on top of the bottle there. I'm going to pop this out of this clip here. On the bottom, going to the pump itself, to make this easy, I'm simply going to cut that tiny bit off. Put your finger over that. Otherwise the washer fluid will come running out. And go ahead and remove the tank. I'm going to go ahead and feed the tank up. And I'm going to go ahead and get one bolt started here. Okay. Once you have one bolt started, you go ahead and get the other one started, a few threads. And move to the forward one. I'm going to go ahead and snug these bolts down. Now we're just holding a plastic tank, so you don't have to over tighten it. You just want to get those bolts snug down and just give them that one little extra twist. Snug and just that extra quarter of a turn. Snug and quarter turn. Now let's go ahead and get your hose installed. Just push that on, and then we'll get the electrical connector lined up. Press that down into place. Get that harness pressed into that little notch. Now we can start feeding up the hose into those little notches. and into the grooves in the neck up top. So now I'm going to go ahead and take the upper portion of the neck with the rubber seal, and we want to push it down inside and get it lined up with this bottle, with the bottom portion of the tank, and then we're going to twist it in to get this tab inside this plastic retainer here, and then put the plastic lock pin back in. So let's go ahead and get that lined up. Maneuver that down inside and wiggle it in a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and twist that. And it lines right up. And then we'll go ahead and install the plastic push pin. And you're all set. Right, now I'm going to go ahead and get the fender liner back up. I'm going to start with the forward portion. Once that starts lining up, push the fender, the rest of the liner up into the fender. Now with the front portion of the fender liner secured, we're working our way around the back. I'm going to go ahead and line this up and go ahead and start putting in your push pins. And you want to just do this for all of the pins that you removed.
I'm going to go ahead and reinstall the wheel. Get that lined up. You want to go ahead and get the lug nuts all started by hand. I'm going to go ahead and snug up these lug nuts. Now I'm going to go ahead and torque the wheels to 79 foot-pounds. I'm going to do this in a crisscross pattern.